Hello, Steve outside 9. Well, I'm finally catching up with Superman and Lois. I think, like some people, I've kind of gotten lost by the gaps between the episodes. I last watched an episode, I think episode 11, Truth and Consequences, back in May, the 3rd of May, where Clark finally told Lana that he was Superman. And it was May 31st, so over 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks, until we got the next episode. And yeah, so I forgot. I was doing other things, because I think when you don't have regular episodes, you can't really engage, and you just sort of, I don't know, I just got lost. So I totally missed it. And then there was another episode a week later, except for June. Then we had another episode, I think we had a 2-week gap between the last episode, which was World's War. What? World's War Bizarre. It doesn't sound right. But that's the name of the episode. So yeah, so I'm watching 3. The good thing is I've got a whole night of watching like 3 episodes in a row. But in the meantime, you know, I've sort of haven't been engaging and have missed out on them. And it messes up the sort of regularity. And I really think they should have waited till they had a certain amount of episodes to start the season, and they knew they could basically, you know, keep up and have steady episodes coming out, rather than stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And I think it's hurting the ratings. The ratings they've dropped below 1 million, but I mean, they were below 1 million since I think the 4th episode of season 1, but they seem to have dropped a little bit through this sort of period, and that they're reasonably steady, but I think the show would have gained in momentum and ratings had they not been doing this. So this episode starts off, of course, with Lana, being confronted by the secrets, and then the reality of having to lie to her husband and her family about Clark, and basically to keep his secret and lie for them. And she forgave Clark very easily, but she was very angry with Lois, because Lois pursued her to be a friend, and she really shouldn't have in that way, because, you know, secrets issues. So that's their little drama. So that's one part of the story. The other part of the story, of course, is Allie. Now, Clark wants to destroy the pendant, so that way no one else... Because, well, actually, first they were debating, do we close the gate, the way for people to travel backwards and forwards, so that would at least stop any more people coming over from the other side, from the Bizarro world, to actually try and merge with any of the people from our planet. And they decide to destroy the pendant instead. So they go to some volcano, and then they start shooting it with their eye lasers, and then Allie pops up out of nowhere and grabs the pendant. So they fight with her, and eventually they get the pendant back, and they actually manage to destroy it. They blew it into 4 separate pieces. She grabbed the pieces and flew off. And then, of course, Tal ran off as well. He disappeared because they had actually, I forgot to mention that, they actually let Tal out to help. So it was Tal and Clark that were working together to destroy the pendant. And then he ran off and seemed to run off, I don't know if he ran off after Allie, because at the end of the episode, she seems to suck the powers out of a Tal and kill him. I'm like, which Tal was that? Her Tal or our Tal? I'm not sure, but one of them's dead and looking like a dried out corpse. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. I mean, there was also a small little story where I've forgotten the characters' names. John, what's his name? His daughter basically created her own suit based on his design, and she was trying to power it up. So her, Jonathan, and Jordan all go to the mines, I think, trying to get a power source, and they just managed to cause a bit of an avalanche and nearly get crushed by rocks. But then they just escape and find that all funny, and that's the end of their story, basically. And yeah, we're basically just sitting around waiting for Allie to show up again, because she's not done. Now, by destroying the pendant, they only have to deal with Ali now. They don't have to deal with other people coming over and merging and having more Supermen or gods, but she seems to have the power to siphon other Kryptonians' powers. That's how she seems to kill Tau, and when she was fighting with Clark, she seemed to be siphoning his powers as well. So where's this going to go? We have episode 12, we've got 3 episodes left, and I'm not sure, because I keep getting surprised. I keep thinking I see what they're setting up for the season. This happened last year, and then they keep changing it, and each episode towards the end seems to shift to the actual enemy and the big bad and what the actual conclusion or the finale is actually going to be. I have no idea what they're going to do for the end, but I'm enjoying the show. I'm glad to have a show to enjoy, but not having the regularity is really sucking, because okay, I've got 3 episodes in a row. It's like a whole night of Superman and Lois, but I would have rather have had an episode each week and spread that out and sort of live with the story more, rather than just sort of binging it in little. Because I mean, binging a whole season is one thing, but binging just 1 or 2 episodes at a time, they really need to sort this out by next season. People are saying, "Oh, shows always have delays." I'm like, this is having sort of a mid-season break is one thing, but having random delays of different times in between individual episodes, like 1, 2, 3 weeks at a time, or maybe a whole month, it makes it impossible to have any frequency and regularity and watch it. So they really need to sort this out by next season, because I'm sure it's hurting the momentum. I'm sure the ratings would be actually climbing if people could engage and know that they're going to have this episode to watch next week and be able to sort of get excited for the next one, rather than just sort of wondering when we're going to get the next episode of Superman and Lois. I don't know. I feel like I've complained enough. I did enjoy the episode, and I'm going to go watch the other 2 episodes, and I'm going to do separate reviews for them, just because I don't want to just do one big one and try and cram them all into one, because I do enjoy talking about them. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, particularly of the scheduling issues, because it's really bothering me, but I don't know if other people are bothered by it or not. I found it impossible to keep an eye on it.